Hello everyone, Carlos Flores, back on basics. So, before we begin this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so you can get notified of any new video that comes on board. If you have a question, a suggestion, comment. If you want me to give you my take on anything, put it in the comment section, and I'll be happy to do so. If you want to connect with me on social media outlets, on Facebook, you can search for me, Carlos Flores Jr., on Instagram, on X, and on Threads. You can actually type in at Back on Basics. Again, if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, if you have any feedback, just let me know. I also want to thank the 517 subscribers to this YouTube channel. We're growing. I mean, it's not massive grow, but it is massive grow, because what we're doing is we're creating a solid foundation, right? A basic foundation, which I've always said that. I'm very patient. I love what I'm doing. I'm not going to stop doing these videos. I think I have over 1,000 videos already recorded, shorts, videos, and reels on Facebook. And so, again, right, keep them following me. Share with your friends. Make sure that if they need something, right, let them know that they can subscribe to me on Facebook. Again, Carlos Flores Jr., or on Threads, on Instagram, and on what is the other one? I keep on forgetting the other one. X, one of my favorites, because I get to do the X sign. They can just put in at Back on Basics. So today, I want to make sure that we talk about letting negative things go and set them aside. You know, it sounds simple, but it's not, because your mind just keeps on, whenever something like that happens, your mind just keeps on processing it, and sometimes too long. So what we need to do is, we can't just, as human beings, we tend to hold things. We tend to think about things over and over and over again. You know, that's the reason why we're not able to sit together and enjoy others' company, sit together and enjoy our families, sit together, or just sit. Or sometimes we can't even sleep, ladies and gentlemen, because we're thinking about somebody said something, or somebody posted something, or somebody did something about it. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we need to learn how to let it go. Let's let negative things go, because you know what? If you said negative things go and you set them aside, then now you start talking and you start thinking about the positive things in your life. Then you start getting motivated. Then you start moving forward. Then you start thinking about, what goals should I do? What should I be focused on? And ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be unstoppable. Remember what I said. It's like the little pebble. I haven't said this in months, but it's like a little pebble on a snowy hill, right? You let it go, and that little pebble gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. What does that mean? It just gets bigger, because that's momentum, ladies and gentlemen. That's you. We all start with a little pebble, and then it goes down and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And when it gets to a certain point down the mountain, you become unstoppable. You can become unstoppable. You have to just make sure to do the things that I always tell you. Put in the work, right? Make sure that you're balancing your mind, your body, your emotions, and your spiritual balance. And so, again, if you had a bad day at work, if you had a bad interaction with somebody, if you had an argument with somebody, if you couldn't get something done, let it go. Set it aside. Right? So here's my suggestion. What I would do is this. Whenever you can't let something negative go, write it down. And I want you to write not just whatever is bugging you, but your emotions, how you're feeling, how you're doing, and how long you've been thinking about it. And be real. Be realistic, because sometimes we've been thinking about it for days, sometimes for months. Sometimes it's been harboring with us for years, and sometimes, you know, it's just a snapshot of why we're not moving forward. Once you have it written down, fold it, put it in a drawer for, I don't know, for an hour, for half a day or a day, right? And you'll see, because what you're doing is you're actually changing your brain's behavior. Why are you changing your brain's behavior? Because look, I don't know if you've noticed, but every time you write something down or put it on your phone or record it somewhere, your brain does not process it as often as it did, because the brain thinks that because it's written down, it will not be forgotten. That's a key thing. So once you have it in there, watch. It's gonna be, you'll be going back to neutral, going back to basics, ladies and gentlemen. It's just being neutral and being able to look at not just the negative, but bring in all of the positive, all of the potential, all of the neutrality, ladies and gentlemen. Look, right now I'm sitting in this room making this video. I could do it outside. I'm still gonna do the video on how to do Bodhi seeds and how to put them in and how to make it with stuff that I get from home. Today was kind of hot, and I had to do some deweeding in the backyard and a little bit in the front yard. I had to water the plants and everything so that we don't, they don't get ruined, right? And so by tomorrow, I'm gonna make that video. I'm gonna make sure that you see, and then again, right? It's one of those things. What did I do? I wrote it down because I was thinking about it. I said, I'm not gonna be able to do that video today. So I wrote it down and I folded it and I put it in a drawer. And guess what? It's there. My mind is not even processing it. I mean, my mind knows that when I set my mind and I'm gonna do it tomorrow, then I'm gonna do it tomorrow. And I also have it written down, so it's not processing. It's not making me worry about it, because I know that I can just bring out that piece of paper and say, "Oh, do the YouTube video about how to grow Bodhi seeds with things that are around you." So, I mean, it's something that's very interesting. The mind is very interesting. Remember what I told you. Another thing before I let you go is sometimes I sit in a quiet room. I mean, right now this is a quiet room. This is the quietest room right now. I'm surrounded by different things. Burmese painting here. I think we got this from a store. I mean, it's home, right? And so it's great to see things. It's great to feel the quietness. And then, when I finally silence, then it just refreshes. It just makes my mind, it makes my body balance, makes my emotions very, very neutral, ladies and gentlemen. And so it's amazing. You have to keep on doing that, right? You have to. Your mind is a muscle, so you have to create muscle memory. So that way, little by little, your things that you're worrying about, the negative things that you're thinking about, will be set aside. Set aside, right? Let it go. Set aside. So, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so you can get notified of any new video that comes on board. Till next time, Back on Basics.